Welcome to Boozy Movies, where watching movies and making drinks is what we do.
That's my job.
Now today, we're not gonna get freaky, but we are gonna get a little tiki. We have 2 cocktails to make, but we also have a couple of mocktails that we're gonna put in the description below, so your little ones, they can enjoy the movie with you. Moana is a curious, headstrong teenage heiress in an island tribe that has forgotten its roots of exploration. In an effort to save her tribe from natural forces, she disobeys her father, the chief, and sails across the sea to capture a demigod and restore balance to the earth.
Moana 2 is coming out in theaters November 27th, and here she embarks on a journey to unite all of the island peoples.
We thought it would be fun, since part 2 is coming out, to go ahead and revisit part 1.
It's time.
And I'm really glad we did. I wasn't that familiar with it. I know you were very familiar with it. She's a huge fan of the soundtrack. She's been singing it all week, and it's been lovely.
Kidding! So serious!
While we watch Moana, we've got 2 cocktails that we're gonna sip on. The first one is Fiti's Heart, which is what the movie's all about, and of course we couldn't pass up an opportunity for another green drink.
We're a big fan of green drinks on this channel. We've had a number of them, but they do all taste different. And actually all look different too. So the second drink is the Kaka-Mora, or rather the Murdering Little Pirates. It is definitely a tiki icon, and we thought it would be perfect for a Moana cocktail.
All right, it's tiki time. Off to Fiti's Heart.
For this drink, we are gonna need Coco Pandan mix, recipe is in the description, absinthe, a Kirsch Liqueur, we're using Mount Rigi here, Pandan Powder, vanilla simple syrup, lime juice, pineapple juice, a citrus soda, and some edible glitter.
To make Fiti's Heart, place 1.5 ounces of Coco Pandan in a sandwich or piping bag. Pipe in a swirl at the bottom of the coupe glass and place in freezer. In a shaker tin, combine 1 ounce of absinthe, 1/2 ounce of Kirsch Liqueur, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 1/2 ounce of vanilla simple syrup, and a bar spoon of pandan powder. Add ice, a spring, and more ice, then shake vigorously for 30 seconds. Double strain into the prepared coupe. Sprinkle in some edible glitter and give it a stir. And top with some citrus soda. All right, and here is Fiti's Heart. Ooh. Take a drink. What do you think?
Oh, it's very refreshing. Very absinthe forward, as you would expect, but it also has the earthiness from the pandan powder, kind of that grassiness.
What? So one of the big inspirations for putting the pandan powder in there is Fiti is covered in grass, and pandan is a grass, and it's very popular in Southeast Asian and Polynesian baked goods and cakes and things like that.
You're doing great.
The reason why is because even though it is a grass, which might sound weird, it's really buttery, vanilla-y, and I just thought it would be a great fit. It really balances that absinthe out.
Which you need.
Yeah. And we had fun doing the little pandan swirl at the bottom. That'll eventually dissolve. It is mixed with coconut, so it'll continue to enhance the flavor.
Yeah, it is good. It's kind of like this nice little treat at the bottom. The swirl is very symbolic, obviously, of the movie. And then we even put some little glitter on there just because this drink needs a little touch of magic. You know, this is a Disney cocktail. So.
And it has to be shiny because that's what the crab likes.
And she's covered it in bioluminescent algae.
And he's after it because it's so shiny.
Exactly. But we also top it with like the lemon lime soda. We use just Sprite. It's nice because it kind of just lightens up the drink a little bit, gives it a little fizziness to it. Really like that part of the drink. So now I think it's probably time to move on to cocktail number 2.
The next tiki drink.
The Kaka-Mora.
Murdering little pirates.
All right, let's make it.
For Kaka-Mora, we're going to need coconut rum, spiced rum, coconut milk, banana syrup, pineapple juice, Dawn's Gardenia mix, we've got a recipe in the description, lemon juice, salt, and nutmeg.
In a shaker tin, we're gonna combine 1.5 ounces of coconut rum, 1/2 ounce of spiced rum, 1 ounce of coconut milk, 3/4 ounce banana syrup, 1 ounce pineapple juice, 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 ounce Dawn's mix, and a pinch of salt. Add ice, a spring, more ice, and shake vigorously for 30 seconds. Double strain into a coconut goblet or tiki glass. Finally, we're gonna grate nutmeg over the top and garnish with a murdering little pirate face. And here we have the Kaka-Mora.
Murdering little pirates.
They're the worst. But this cocktail does not look the worst. It actually looks pretty cool. I love the garnish you came up with.
I am self-taught.
Very fun and fancy. Last minute addition there. We haven't done a lot of tiki drinks. In fact, I think this might be our first.
Worth a shot.
A couple of things that make a tiki drink is one, we have a lot of crushed ice in this.
Thank you.
Which you can actually see it's starting to frost the outside of the drink too, which is pretty cool. But there's also some homemade ingredients, which is sort of another characteristic of a lot of tiki drinks.
Yeah, take a drink. Let's see if you can taste it.
That's a chicken.
The homemade mix that we have in there is called Don's Gardenia Mix, which tastes nothing like a gardenia flower.
No.
It's very spiced, it's delicious, it's buttery. Another characteristic of tiki drinks is you're going to find that they are usually pretty boozy. Tons of flavor packed into a tiny drink. And that's also to take into account the crushed ice in order to keep it very, very cold.
I really like the coconut Bacardi, coconut rum stands out really initially, but also the spice of the spiced rum. That gardenia mix is really, really nice. And then the creaminess of the coconut milk with the pineapple. You get that freshness, and it's a very, very fresh drink.
And you will restore the heart.
Definitely a good one to drink while you're watching Moana. You might as well refresh while you're refreshing on Moana before you go see Moana 2. All right, we are gonna bring Fiti's heart back in. Do you want to stay with that one? I'll stay with this one? Okay, she's got it. So I just saw this, I think, pretty much for the first time over the past couple of months.
It's not your fault.
I know you've really loved this film. I know you love the soundtrack, but yeah, what are some of the other favorite elements that you like about this?
My favorite part is, of course, all the family, heartwarming, girl conquers world situation, or conquers kind of what people think she should be. Makes me cry every time.
All right, I'm out.
I think it's honestly some of the best music in a lot of Disney's films, animated films. Later, I eventually decided to look up who the composers are. And one of them is Lin-Manuel Miranda. Super talented. I was obsessed with his performance in Hamilton. And and of course there's a lot of characteristics, so I was not surprised. It's actually probably why I looked it up.
The soundtrack was really good. The animation is really exceptional. I think just a lot of, it's amazing to see how far it's come over the years from when I was watching stuff when I was a kid.
Tom and Jerry.
You know, yeah, I mean, they have good facial expressions too. The way that hair moves in their eyes, and that's what it's a classic Disney characteristic to have characters have very big eyes, right?
Yes.
It's like the window into the soul, which is something
Bambi
that
eyes.
they really like.
Yeah. So one thing that I did not really dig in the movie is Moana's dad's accent.
This suits you.
I really couldn't place it exactly. So if you rewatch the movie and you can tell us what that accent is. So while you're at it, tell us what you love about this movie and let us know if you're gonna watch Moana 2.
I know we'll be first in line. So if you're planning to go see Moana 2, we definitely think you should revisit Moana, the first one. And if you're gonna do that, you might as well have 2 really good cocktails and mocktails for the little ones as well. So check those out in the description below.
We thank you for your likes and your subscribes. If you like to see what we have going on, and every single week we're gonna put out another movie and some more cocktails and some mocktails for you.
All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Raise your glasses. See you next time.
Cheers.